What's going on, Beyblade fans, and welcome to Team Paleo's channel. I'm Team Paleo's senior member, Beybladex X. So, we took a poll on Twitter as to what our first video should be. Shout out to those of you who voted. So I'll try to make this quick because 2 ideas won the poll, and I plan to deliver. But before I start, go follow us on Twitter at Team Paleo BBA. That's definitely where we are most active. So, who is Team Paleo? We're a team that is comprised of all family members. We may open it up to others later, but for now, we're a team that wants to be present in both the competitive and collective Beyblade community. We love the idea of making Beyblade into a quote-unquote gear sport. So while we are new to the Beyblade competitive scene, we're excited and very eager to learn. So we hope you guys will help us and join us on our journey in doing so. Hopefully that was a decent enough intro. If not, if you guys have any more questions, definitely leave them in the comments down below and I'll be sure to answer those as soon as possible. Now, on to the second half of the video. What is my personal favorite deck to use? So, what is my personal favorite deck? Well, to start that off, I think we should start with the Beyblade that got me started on Beyblade X at all, and that is Talon Terra, or Terra Talon, however you would like to say it. I absolutely refuse to say that this is Swing. Swing is absolutely a terrible name, and I rebel against it. But Talon Terra here, absolutely amazing blade. I have it on a low flat and 360 ratchet that I just got off of the Bite Croc pack, so very easy to obtain there. You can get it from Bite Croc, or you could get it from Keel Shark / Shark Edge. You can get it from both of those. They both come with it, depending on which shark you get. But the blade itself is an odd blade, which is kind of one of the reasons why I like it. But this is the Beyblade that got me drawn into Beyblade X in the first place, because it is a dinosaur and I'm not accustomed to the dinosaurs. I've been a fan of Beyblade for a long time. Like, you know, I have the plastic generation Beyblades, and I have a couple of Beyblade Burst things like this that I haven't opened because I never watched Beyblade Burst. I only watched the plastic gen. But I have some things like that, and I've been a Beyblade fan for a long time, but I got out of Beyblade after the plastic generation of Beyblade with Tyson and all of them. But this one is the one that drew me back in because I passed it a couple times at my local Walmart, and eventually I finally looked up, you know, what is Beyblade X? You know, what is there anime, yada yada, and I finally got into it because of this Beyblade. So I have a very sentimental attachment to this Beyblade, but as far as the design itself, it's a stamina type Beyblade, but with the downward slopes here designed to hit downward on opponents. So this is a blade that's obviously designed to fly above and swing down on opponents, but I personally love it on the 360 flat because the 360 is a little bit harder to burst, and if you can get low enough with this low flat at the right angle with enough speed, you can hit these ridges here that are directly after the downward slopes. They have a taller ridge up here, and you can hit that almost like a little wall, and it has, let's see, 1, 2, 3 of those. And if you hit any one of those in the right spot, you know, you have to train with this a little bit, which is one of the reasons why I liked it, because you had to practice with it. If you can get it the right angle and speed with that hit onto your opponent's ratchet being so low, then you can get a very easy burst. And I'm talking about even the 960s. Even the 960 ratchets can burst pretty easily with this guy. You'd be very surprised. Give it a shot, practice with this guy. I'm telling you, it's so much fun and so unexpected when you get that burst on your opponent. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love it. So sentimental value and surprise factor from this guy is what won him over for me. And then I have a defensive blade here in what I have put together as Tusk Mammoth. Tusk Mammoth on 580 dot. So Tusk Mammoth on 580 dot. A very big fan of this guy. I started out with doing the pterodactyl, so I grew an instant attachment to the Mammoth, just because I'm a huge fan of Power Rangers as well. If you ever want to know that, then there that is. I'm a huge Power Ranger fan. If you see like my background and stuff like that in my personal room, then I've got Power Rangers lining the walls, action figures and autographs and blah blah blah. But with that being said, I'm a huge Power Ranger fan, so I really loved the combination of a pterodactyl and Tusk Mammoth. So I grew attached to Tusk Mammoth, and kind of found out that, in my opinion, he's probably the third best defensive blade. I don't have stats to back that up, just my own personal practice. He's a pretty thick blade and rounded as well. And he's designed after the Hell Scythe or Scythe Incendio, so he's got some aggression to him as well. So very, very fun blade to be defensive with. You'd be surprised. Give him a test. I know some people don't really think that he's all that great because he was designed to be like Scythe Incendio and Hell Scythe, and a lot of people probably test him as more of an aggressive blade. But try him in defense. He'll surprise you a few times, I'm telling you. So I'm a big fan of this guy. Gotta get him tall, gotta get that stamina and defense going, but I'm a huge fan of this. You could even go lower as well if you want to. You can try him out lower. I've tried him lower. I just found that this is like the soft spot for me is at the 580 height. So definitely a very good defensive blade in my opinion. He'll surprise you. Try him out. And then for my all-time favorite Beyblade in Beyblade X, it's gotta be, you know it, you love it, Wizard Rod 960 Ball. Wizard Rod 960 Ball, I'm absolutely kidding. While this is an amazing blade and the design is one of the best that we've seen in Beyblade X, this is not my favorite. My favorite is Tyranno Beat. I'm a huge Tyranno Beat stan. It's absolutely awesome. It's absolutely beautiful blade. I love the large dinosaur lizard-like tail as the design. So it's basically just swinging its tail at its opponents in a very aggressive manner. It's so cool. Such a well thought out design. I absolutely love it. My only complaint is that I wish that it had the little hexagonal design like the Terra and the Snake have. That would have been really cool too, to add that little touch of like scaling in there. But the crimson red color with the bronze gold like avatar surrounding color, so good, so cool. Absolutely my hands down my favorite Beyblade X Beyblade, and I have it on the 960 Unite. I've been testing it out on Unite. Unite is probably my favorite. If you don't have Unite, I can definitely recommend maybe a flat and or my most preferred is probably Point. So Unite and Point are probably my two that I would recommend the most. I just really like the stamina and the aggression of Unite. So, but that's it for my top favorite deck to use. Very aggressive with the two. I guess this is more of a balanced build, but let's be honest, it's aggression, it's attack. And then we have the aggression from the Terra, and then the defense of the Tusk Mammoth. So not a lot of stamina here, so if I run into a stamina type like Wizard Rod, then I have to be very careful and try my best to knock this guy into the pockets, which can easily be done with both of these guys, but this is probably my poorest matchup with this guy. The stamina is just out of control. Obviously, everyone knows Wizard Rod its stamina is out of this world, but Very, very cool, very, very fun deck. This is my personal favorite deck to use. I do plan on doing more competitive builds and things like that, other things like that, showcasing you guys a lot of what I have and getting some ideas from you guys. So definitely let me know in the comments down below what you would do with this build, how you would change this build. If you've used this build and you like this build, let me know in the comments down below as well. And then I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.